Title: The Mind Blade Enters NYC 1973. Scene description: the summer heat lingers heavy in the air of Harlem, New York City, 1973, as block parties echo with funk music and street corner crowds are thick with anticipation. In the middle of 125th Street, a makeshift fighting ring has drawn hundreds, soon thousands of eyes. Word had spread. A secret underground martial arts tournament was unfolding under the cover of night and streetlights. Suddenly, without warning, the air begins to shimmer. A strange low hum pulses through the crowd, and the pavement beneath the ring cracks open with a loud boom. A fiery vortex spirals into existence, burning red and gold, swirling with energy that seems ancient and cosmic. From its center, a tall, dreadlocked man emerges slowly, one deliberate step at a time. He wears a blood-red ninja mask, hiding all but his glowing bronze eyes. His body is cloaked in a sleek, all-black ninja suit, reinforced with vibranium threading, giving it a silent shimmer beneath the firelight. Strapped to his back, a long samurai sword, its handle wrapped in red cloth, its blade carved with ancient markings that pulse faintly purple. Around him, the air distorts. He carries the power of mind manipulation. And even as he stands still, some in the crowd begin hearing voices, seeing flashes of memories that aren't theirs. As the flaming portal behind him closes with a roar, the flames vanish into ash. He stands in total silence. The crowd completely still. Murmurs ripple. A child drops his radio. A woman crosses herself. A street fighter in the ring takes a step back. Then he raises his hand, the ground hums. A voice booms in the minds of all watching. "I am Shango Blade. I come not to fight, but to test the worthy." His sword gleams with psychic energy, drawing arcs of electricity. The tournament has changed. The real challenge has just begun. Want the next scene? A challenger steps up. Or maybe the tournament organizers panic. Let me know. Scene continues. The war grounds. Seconds after the first clash, Cool Tiger stumbles back, gripping his chest, dazed but alive. Before he can steady himself again, a new presence steps into the circle. The air seems to tighten like thunder building in the sky. The crowd shifts their eyes to the south end of the street, where another fighter slowly steps forward. He's bald, wearing a tattered green G-top over black combat pants, and his body is covered in strange runes that glow faintly with red energy. His eyes, wild and unstable, lock onto the mysterious warrior. He points his finger. Mysterious fighter, snarling. "You, with the dreads and the flame scars. Who are you?" Razar does not answer. But before he can even raise his blade again, a voice cuts through the tension, low, sharp, with electric calm. From atop a nearby car hood, a new figure drops down into the circle like a bolt of judgment. His name is Shango Blade. Gasps ripple through the crowd. The man walks slowly into the center, wearing a midnight black battle robe, traced with gold lightning insignias, dark chocolate skin glowing faintly with divine energy, purple electric dreadlocks tied back, and across his back a long ancient purple energy sword, humming like a storm waiting to crack. He walks past Razar calmly. "Shango Blade, I'm not here for games, I'm here to kill every one of you so-called fighters." The crowd freezes. Confusion and shock ripple like a wave. Crowd murmurs. "Yo, what'd he just say? He trying to kill everybody? Wait, is he a god? I thought he was a myth, man." The first fighter, the one who confronted Razar, rushes Shango Blade in a rage, throwing wild kicks and flurries of punches, the kind that could knock teeth into next week. But Shango Blade doesn't even flinch. Every strike misses, cutting air, as if the man is attacking a ghost. Shango doesn't move his feet. He lets the man empty his fury, then flash. In a single movement, like a thunderbolt in reverse, Shango Blade draws his purple lightning sword, and with blinding flash speed, slices through the fighter's arm at the shoulder. Shh, shh. The fighter screams, his arm drops to the pavement, steaming and still twitching. The crowd loses it, screams, gasps, some backing up, others filming with giant 70s video cameras. Shango Blade, calmly. Talk is cheap, blood speaks louder. The fighter collapses, clutching his stump, crying out as lightning crackles from the wound. Cool Tiger, still recovering. "He ain't human." Razar, glancing at Shango, then back to the crowd. "This just became something else. Do you want the remaining fighters to team up to fight Shango Blade? Or does another warrior enter the scene next?" Scene continues, the war grounds, Harlem. Midnight mayhem, chaos erupts. As the crowd panics, 5 of the city's strongest fighters storm into the circle surrounding Shango Blade. These are legends of the underground. Cool Tiger, battered but standing tall. Razar the Mindblade, his vibranium sword humming at his side. Lady Viper, the Muay Thai queen with steel elbow pads and emerald serpents tattooed down both arms. Brickhouse, a 300-pound powerhouse in a chainmail tank top. And Flash Fist Freddy, the Bronx boxer whose hands move faster than blinking. They form a wide perimeter surrounding Shango Blade. Cool Tiger shouting, "This ain't your execution ground, Slick!" "You mess with one of us," Lady Viper cutting in. "You mess with all of us." Shango Blade grinning. "Good, I hate when they run." He lowers into a low stance, purple lightning sparking along his shoulders and arms. The crowd silences, holding their breath. Boom! Suddenly, Flash Fist Freddy and Lady Viper charge in from opposite sides, too slow. In an instant, Shango vanishes, just a crackle of purple in the air. He reappears behind Freddy, driving his blade through his spine and out his chest, lightning exploding on impact. Flash Fist Freddy. "Ah!" The crowd screams as Freddy's body slumps to the pavement, smoke rising. Lady Viper gasps, turning to attack, but it's already too late. Shango's blade spins in a wide arc, slicing her neck cleanly with a trail of purple fire. Her head drops silently to the ground, eyes still open in shock. The body falls a moment later. Brickhouse, staggering back. "Holy, what is he?" "What is he?" Razar, eyes narrowed. "He is not from this world." Cool Tiger, clenching fists. "This ain't no fight. It's a massacre." Shango stands still, blood sizzling on his sword. The purple lightning fades for a moment and he smirks, eyes glowing with pure electricity. He looks at the remaining 3 fighters. Shango Blade, 2 down, 3 left. He taps his blade to the ground and a shockwave of thunder cracks the street in half. Shango coldly. "Who's next to die like a legend?" "Next. Do you want the fighters to retreat, unlock new powers, or call on a mysterious elder warrior to challenge Shango?" Scene continues, Harlem's war grounds. Blood in the streets, smoke rises. Bodies lie broken in the street. The air stinks of sweat, fear, and burnt flesh. 2 warriors are dead. The crowd has gone deathly silent, too afraid to breathe. Shango Blade, dreadlocks sparking with purple lightning, stands alone in the center of the cracked concrete. His red ninja mask glows faintly in the moonlight. His black and crimson ninja suit clings to his body like living shadow, blood still dripping from the edges of his purple electric sword. Suddenly, boom, 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 footsteps echo from all directions. The ground trembles. From alleys, rooftops, fire escapes, and broken down buses, 19 more fighters step into the circle. All warriors of the underground, all champions in their own right, now forming a full circle of 20, including the surviving legends. Cool Tiger, fists shaking with rage. Razar the Mindblade, sword drawn, his third eye glowing. Brickhouse growling, cracking his steel-wrapped knuckles. Queen Kamali, blade dancer of Brooklyn. Dr. Vortex, the time-bending martial scientist. Wu Ghost, the Shaolin channeler. Steel Tongue, the Harlem word mage. Blade twins backflipping in unison. Midnight Monk, silent and still. And more, each with powers, weapons, or rage enough to level city blocks. They form a perfect ring around Shango Blade. Weapons drawn, battle stances tight, the street glowing from the tension. Shango doesn't flinch, he just slowly turns his head, scanning each face behind his glowing red mask. Cool Tiger, voice sharp. "You killed 2 of our own. You want blood? You got 20 buckets coming for you." Razar calmly. "Even a god bleeds when surrounded by belief." Shango Blade, quietly. "You think numbers will rewrite fate?" He slides his purple sword back into its scabbard with a faint hiss of energy. His fists clench, his body crackles with lightning. His eyes lock with every fighter, one by one. Shango Blade, voice cold, echoing. "Then come. 20 or 200, it makes no difference. I am the storm you pray doesn't wake." The crowd gasps, the ring tightens. The 20 fighters stand ready. Muscles tensed, power rising. Shango Blade drops into a low stance, fists glowing with fury. Dreadlocks snapping in the wind like wild vines of thunder. The street trembles. The final battle is seconds away. I am next. Do you want the 20 to attack all at once in a chaotic brawl, or do they rush in small squads, testing Shango's limits piece by piece? Scene continues, Harlem's war grounds, the clash of 20 versus 1. The city holds its breath. Sirens howl in the distance, but no cops dare come close. The circle of 20 elite fighters tightens around the dreadlocked ninja in red and black. Shango Blade, the electric storm in human form. Cool Tiger commanding. Split up. Hit him from all angles. Don't give him a second. Whoosh, boom, crack. The fighters launch in unison, attacking from every direction. Streetlights shatter as bodies leap into motion. Fists, blades, and power flying from all sides. But Shango Blade, already moving like lightning. 4 fighters come from the front, a blur of jabs, spinning elbows, and low kicks. Clang swish! Zap! Shango unsheathes his ultra-purple lightning sword in a flash. SLA, Sale, Sele, Select. He slices through one fighter's chest. They drop smoking. Blocks another's strike with the flat of his blade, sending a shockwave back into their bones. Twists mid-air, dodging a roundhouse and slicing through 2 more mid-attack, cutting them across the torso in a single streak of purple electricity. Cool Tiger shouting, 7 down? Already? Fall back. But there's no time. Shango Blade pauses just briefly, and his eyes glow deep violet. Suddenly, a psychic pulse flashes through the air. The mind manipulation begins. 4 fighters stagger, clutching their temples. Queen Kamali struggling. What's he doing? My head toward Dr. Vortex, voice cracking. He's inside us. Suddenly, Kamali turns on her own squad, slashing her curved daggers toward a teammate. Wughost flips backward, firing energy blasts, not at Shango, but at Steel Tongue. The Blade twins scream at each other and start trading kicks like enemies. Azar, eyes glowing, blocking a blast. He's cracked their will, they're puppets now. Shango Blade stands in the center, untouched, lightning dancing across his shoulders as the 4 mind-controlled warriors fight their own brothers and sisters in a blur of chaos. He lifts his sword again, bloodied but humming louder than ever. Shango Blade, voice low, godlike. You brought 20 blades to strike a storm. Now watch as the wind turns against you. Bodies fall. The war just got darker. Next, should the remaining fighters regroup for a final coordinated strike? Or should a new hidden warrior emerge from the shadows to challenge Shango Blade one-on-one? Scene continues. Harlem's war grounds. The night the sky split. The battlefield is littered with smoke and pain. 10 warriors lie defeated, some unconscious, some forever silenced. 4 others fight each other, their minds twisted by Shango Blade's psychic grip. Only a few remain, barely holding formation. Shango Blade stands in the center, his dreadlocks swaying, his crimson mask soaked with blood and heat, his ultra-purple lightning sword humming like a living storm. Then boom! A blinding emerald flash explodes from the sky like a meteor crashing down. The ground trembles. Concrete cracks open and green electric flames spiral upward from a teleportation circle scorched into the middle of the battlefield. The crowd gasps, those still standing back up in awe and terror shielding their eyes. From the heart of the blazing portal, he appears. A towering muscle-bound Saiyan warrior steps forward, electricity crawling across his skin like wild beasts. His skin, rich and dark, glows with inner power. His emerald green electric hair rises like a crown of lightning. His armor, battle-worn green Saiyan chestplate cracked at the ribs, steam rising from his shoulder guards. His boots crush broken pavement beneath him. He looks slowly to his right and sees the fallen warriors, battered, unconscious, bleeding. He frowns. His emerald aura intensifies, the wind swirling violently around him. Then he turns his head and locks eyes with Shango Blade. The 2 warriors stare each other down, dreadlocks crackling on one side, green lightning on the other. The crowd falls dead silent again. Razar, barely breathing. Another one, but he's different. Cool Tiger, coughing, stunned. That ain't no Earth fighter, man. Shango Blade, lowering his blade slightly. You're not from this timeline. The Saiyan warrior speaks, voice deep, heavy like thunder over a war drum. I am Terran the Emerald Flame, last of my kind, guardian of the realms, and I've come to erase your storm permanently. Shango Blade's eyes narrow behind the mask. He lifts his sword once more. The purple lightning intensifies. Shango Blade will then die with the rest. Terran's aura explodes into a violent cyclone of green lightning, cracking glass for blocks. 2 gods, 2 storms, 1 street. Next, Do you want Terran and Shango Blade to clash immediately, or do you want them to talk first, revealing their origins and the prophecy that binds them? Scene continues. Harlem's war grounds, titans face to face. The air is alive, charged with violent electricity. The crowd, bruised and broken, gathers at the edges, drawn like moths to divine fire. Street lamps flicker and explode one by one as the ground quakes beneath two living storms. Shango Blade, dreadlocks wild, crimson mask glowing, his ultra-purple lightning sword vibrating with otherworldly power. Terran, the Emerald Flame, dark-skinned Saiyan warrior with glowing green electric hair, his ripped armor pulsing with cosmic fury. They stare at each other, circling slowly. Electricity sparks off their bodies, colliding mid-air, purple and green bolts crashing like dueling thunderclouds. Shango Blade, voice sharp like thunder. You glow like a god, but your eyes, they carry fear. You're not ready for what I bring, outsider. Terran, grinning, flexing as his aura flares. I've faced black holes with more bite than your blade. You look like a storm, but you smell like death trying too hard to stay relevant. The crowd murmurs in disbelief. Boom! Their auras collide, sending shockwaves that blow windows out for blocks. Papers fly, cars tremble. The concrete underneath them cracks in a glowing X. Unable to contain the two warriors' combined power, Shango Blade stops, eyes narrow. Sword lowers, then glows violently with blinding purple lightning. The sword lifts to the heavens. Shango Blade, charging up. Let me show you what power looks like here when it's earned through fire. His voice echoes in every mind on the street, then flash. In a blur of speed too fast to see, Shango vanishes, reappearing right in front of Terran. Terran's eyes widen, just a second too late. Shh! Shango's blade slashes across Terran's chest, clean and deep. From shoulder to ribcage, a crackling line of searing purple lightning trailing behind the slash. Blood sprays. The crowd gasps. Terran staggers backward, his armor split, smoke rising from the wound. He drops to one knee, clutching his chest as emerald blood leaks out, sizzling on the pavement. Shango Blade cold. One strike. That's all it takes when you aim for the soul. But Terran chuckles. He looks up, smirking, even as the blood continues to pour. Suddenly his chest glows green, and the wound begins to close, the muscle regenerating instantly with a flicker of emerald light. Terran rising to his feet. That was cute. But I'm not built like the others. His full power flares again, emerald lightning blasting out in waves. Terran. And I do sense it now, buried beneath your blade. You're not just powerful, you're something worse. You're a god, without balance. He drops into a Saiyan battle stance. Shango tightens his grip on his sword. The storm is just beginning. Eri next. Do you want Terran to transform into a higher Saiyan form and counterattack? Or do you want Shango Blade to reveal a deeper ancient god form no one's ever witnessed before? Final scene. After the storm. Earth. Moments later. Boom! The world shakes as Terran and Shango Blade collide one final time, both moving faster than light. Power tearing through reality itself. A final Omega blast erupts at the point of contact, a cosmic explosion of green and purple energy, too bright to look at, too violent to comprehend. The sky ignites, the ground trembles for miles, the crowd is blown back by the force, and then silence, just smoke, thick black smoke drifting into the heavens. No sign of Terran, no sign of Shango Blade. They're gone. Cut to a quiet kitchen in Brooklyn, a small apartment. The window rattles slightly from the distant boom. Standing inside, wearing a tight Batman t-shirt over a slightly round belly, is a 5'4" man with thick glasses and a paper plate in hand. His name Fat Batman, real name Mike. He stares out the window, chewing on an ice cube, hearing the rumble from far away. Fat Batman, squinting. Yo, Kimmy, you hear that cosmic nonsense out there? Might need to go save the Earth real quick. From the kitchen behind him, a voice answers, Kimmy, his wife, unimpressed. No, husband. Just cook your ribeye steak sandwich and them French fries like I asked. Let the skinny gods handle the drama. Mike shrugs, rubs his stomach. Fat Batman. Well, you right. Ain't no use saving the Earth on an empty stomach anyway. He opens the fridge, pulls out a juicy ribeye and flips on the pan like a true hero of the house. Sizzling begins, the Earth is safe for now. The end, Fat Batman will return if he's not too full.